Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, across the nation and around the world, wherever you may be. This is the NECA King. And today we are just after a hunt that I have been waiting for months. It is the Sakai Usagi Yojimbo. Now, you may remember that I was the first person on YouTube to have the review for the Sakai turtles. It's one of my biggest videos of all time, and unfortunately it is missing a review of the Sakai Usagi, which is where this all comes from, right? Usagi is where it all comes from. So the reason for that is because we just couldn't find it, me or Rashawn. We couldn't find it all over the city. There are Usagi turtles spilling off the shelves here in Denver. You can go to almost any Target and find at least one. I was in a Target this morning that had all four of the bros. But Usagi himself has been very difficult to find in this city, and it just wasn't the kind of thing that I needed so badly that I was going to order it. You know, I feel like once you start ordering stuff online, then you're getting a little gluttonous. Like if you're hunting it in real life and only buying it if you find it, that's a little bit more of a sport.
T-Rex doesn't want to be fat, he wants to hunt.
Anyway, as you know from the other video, I love these Sakai NECA turtles. Not very posable at all, but just the aesthetic is off the charts. And you kind of find the same thing with this Usagi. It definitely has a little more accessories than the Usagi turtles. The Usagi turtles didn't really have anything other than like a ninja star and their weapons. So of course with this guy, you get, your customary hands and heads. Get a couple different hands, I think 6 hands. You get one sword, which I guess, you should have 2 swords because it's samurai or something. But the cool thing is that you get these ears with the heads. The ears pop off, so you get 3 heads and 3 sets of ears, so you can make a bunch of different kind of expressions. That's pretty cool. Bunch of different poses. Got yourself a sword, got yourself a little money bag, I guess because he's like a samurai, he's like a Ronin or something. He's like picking up cash to protect people. I don't know. So, again, one of those accessories, kind of like a little deep cut. It's a fucking money bag, I guess. He's making money. Anyway, the cool thing that I like is the dinosaur. I don't know the name of the dinosaur because I'm a fucking poser who doesn't actually read these comic books. I'm just buying this because I'm a compulsive dopamine addict. But I like the armor on the dinosaur. I like how it looks like Usagi just took one of his shoulder pads and kind of like slapped it on there and fucking wrapped it around. Like the other Usagi turtles, this is just full of detail that I love. Full of this sort of like warmth. There is a sort of, silliness isn't the word, there's like a fluffiness to it all, but it doesn't take away from the badassness. But like the Sakai turtles all kind of look like they're like made of marshmallows, you know what I mean? They like have like Michelangelo has that like ooh expression and everything, and this feels the same, though because he is in a suit of samurai armor. He does have sort of like more hard lines and ridges and stuff, and the thing with samurai armor is because it's that kind of like woven armor, it always has that great texture. Like the Sewer Samurai Ninja Turtle is one of my favorite action figures of all time, maybe my favorite action figure of all time, I don't know. I love the Sewer Samurai, and one of the reasons is because of that sort of weaved texture, how all the samurai armor is made out of like earthen stuff, like real stuff. And that leads to samurai action figures all having this sort of texture to them that I really love, and you really get it on this figure. Again, like not very articulate, not very posable, but you know what I have to say about that? Fuck articulation, okay?
Fuck articulation.
Okay, I don't care. Look at the hands right here. You can't even get both arms. Look, I would like to be able to get the arms in a little bit to get them both on the sword, okay? Yes, you should be able to do that technically, I guess, but also I just come down firmly on the side of, if I had to choose, for $35, $40, you're not going to get everything. That's the thing that I think people have to remember with NECA. Look at the way these things look. Look at the way they feel. Look at the way they stand and their presence on the shelf. They blow every other thing in their price point away. And so one of the things that you're going to have to skimp on something, or maybe not necessarily skimp, but just like not focus on as much. And for me, look, even though I love taking pictures, I love taking action figure photos and stuff, to me, one of the reasons that I love NECA is because they look a certain way. They look and feel a very specific way. The paint jobs, the aesthetic, the presence, even the feeling in your hand. And they kind of feel heavier than other figures in their price point. And it's always a complaint about NECA. 90% of the time, we're having a complaint about posability. We're having a complaint about articulation. Well, I'm here to tell you, fuck posability, fuck articulation. This is a beautiful action figure. The Sakai turtles are beautiful. If every other set of turtles that you get just doesn't pose great and you have to sort of make them into statues on the shelf, but they look incredible,
I don't know what to tell you, man. They're $40. They're not Hot Toys. And that's the first thing that somebody's going to pull out is like a fucking Hot Toys or a Mafex or something or a Mezco. And it's just not a fair comparison. It's just not a fair comparison at all. These other things aren't on the shelf at Target for $40. It's just not. And for what NECA can pull out for a mass manufactured product for $40, it's very impressive. Very impressive. And so, you know, that's where I come down on it. If I've got to make a choice, because look at the other things in this price point. Like look at the Best Action turtles and stuff. They look like garbage. I mean, they actually look pretty cool, but when you pose them, even though they're super posable, they have that fucking thing. They look all weird and gangly. So anyway, some actual tangibles here. The sword scabbard kind of hanging on by a dangly little piece of plastic. I might have made that a little bit tougher. You know what I mean? That looks like it could break at any moment, or at least peg it in somehow. I don't know, but it just doesn't feel like it's going to hold up very well. Also, very easy to scuff the paint on this thing. I barely breathed on it, and it scuffed the paint on the neck and on the ear. So watch out for that. Maybe have a bottle of white acrylic paint on hand. But that's been an issue with a lot of these later NECA things. It was bad on Tiger Claw when I reviewed that, on Rashawn's Tiger Claw. And it's kind of bad on some other things too. But I can tell just having shot this, just having taken like the 45 minutes it took to get some of this footage, it is rough on the paint. So you're going to have to be very careful. But overall, just like the rest of the Usagi stuff, it looks great, it feels great, it sits great on the shelf. You will be able to get great photos of it despite the limited posability. But yeah, man, it is very limited in its posability, and as with all NECA, very fragile. One good thing though is these shoulder pads. NECA took my advice finally from my Battle Arena video and said study the shoulder pads of the Battle Arena turtles and Bebop and Rocksteady, and stop putting shoulder pads on your fucking figures that just break. It looks like they took my advice. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. This is the NECA King. I will see you next time, and we will continue on the Summer Sizzler. I got a couple more episodes of In the Halls of the NECA King for you. We're going to be doing more record reviews. We're going to be doing a couple more skits and tons more unboxings for the rest of the summer, which there's actually not that much of. Anyway, I love you guys very much. This is the NECA King, and I will see you down the trail.